You're watching Business Lunch. Time to meet up with our special guest on the show. And today he's here to talk about telemedicine. Let's tell you what telemedicine is all about. Sourcing medical remedies across continents has become quite a general practice these days. But US-based Polycom is looking at ways to make this knowledge transfer faster, converting treatment time from days to minutes through telemedicine. Now, Polycom has already roped in Chennai's Apollo Hospital, supplying them with 43 telemedicine systems. Well, to tell us a little bit more about what is telemedicine all about, and of course the potential that it holds here in India, joining us in our Dow Jones studio is Robert C. Hagerty, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Polycom. Mr. Hagerty, good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, for the uninitiated now, tell us, what exactly is telemedicine all about, and what's the kind of potential that it is that you see for it here in India?
Well, it has huge potential. Simply put, we take a video conferencing system and put it with an expert, usually located in a city, and then go out to a rural area and put another system so the doctors in the city can communicate easily and readily with the patients who would be dispersed geographically around the rural region.
Right, and now...
so the benefit is that...
Please continue.
So the benefit is that the most advanced knowledge and the best technology is available through the expert that is located in one location, and it can spread out, in this case, to 43 different locations and touch the patient. So rather than going to all of the bother and the expense of moving the patient to the doctor, we simply can connect them electronically, and they can diagnose, they can prescribe, and they can treat all remotely.
Now, obviously, for a country like India, wherein medical resources are in fairly short supply, this sounds like something with huge potential. But what are the roadblocks? Because on the face of it, it sounds something that should be fairly easy to implement, especially in the rural areas. But what are the roadblocks on the ground?
Well, the real roadblock is just getting the network. So there's a number of ways you can get network. You can use a satellite system, or you can use a ground-based system. But basically all we need is a wideband connection, and then we can connect up and give very clear video and be able to transmit things like EKGs and a variety of other diagnostic tools right back to the doctor so they can see them live and then make the diagnosis and prescribe a treatment.
Right now, of course, you're heading Polycom, and this is one of the leading providers of the technology which helps this to happen. But what's the kind of response that you've faced here in India? I know you've tied up with Apollo, but are corporates really confident that there is a market out there, a paying market out there for services such as this?
Well, we think there's very much a market, and India is an exciting area because India is on the verge of deploying one of the most sophisticated networks in the world. And with these broadband networks that are being planned for India, the type of technology that Polycom provides can be easily deployed. It's because of the advance of the network, it's a low-cost way of delivery. And of course, because of the advancements in technology, the equipment keeps getting cheaper and cheaper. So for the future, things are looking very bright. In India, of course, with its economic position, with outsourcing and its position in the global economy, is perfectly suited for this technology, and we're very happy to be a part of this emerging new field.
Right. Mr. Hagerty, now this is something that has great scope in India, but there are also serious apprehensions about the quality of the kind of audio and video available, especially in an area like telemedicine, where a lot of the prescriptions could be, life-saving or life-threatening, so to say. So in that sense, how do you make sure that the quality is good, that the transmission is good, and it really works out?
Well, actually, this technology has been used for a while. In terms of getting the diagnostic information, we have a way of sending still shots, so still frames, and with the still frame, you get all the quality you need to be able to read a certain diagnostic tool. And then, of course, the audio communication is always given priority, so a good, clear information is given, and it's real time. So if someone at the far end does not understand, it's very easy to ask someone to repeat and to clarify and to confirm.
Right, and very quickly, Mr. Hagerty, any tie-ups with government hospitals planned? Because as Paramita said, you have a tie-up with Apollo. What about the government hospitals?
Well, I think this is an emerging field. It's certainly being pioneered today in the private hospitals, but it has all kinds of application also in the governmental-run agencies and governmental-run hospitals. It also has application in a field called distance learning, where you can do the same thing, where you have a center of excellence for education, and it reaches out to rural communities to teach specialty fields and to bring better knowledge rather than bring the students again to the teacher.
Right, Mr. Hagerty, thanks so much for joining us. So there you have it.
Thank you.
In telemedicine as well as education. We head for a short break now. What's coming up? Lights, camera, action. From hero number 1 to campaigner number 1, Govinda takes the full stage. More on that when Business Lunch returns.